Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then hello, my name is Millie. I test out loads of new products, I create loads of different makeup looks, so if you're into that sort of thing then please subscribe down below. Today we are going to be testing out the new brand spanking new eyeshadow palette from Beauty Bay. This is the Neutrals 42 pan palette. I have done swatches and I'm going to be creating an eye look today. So when I first saw this collection launch on Beauty Bay, I knew I had to have it firstly because I am absolutely obsessed with the Beauty Bay formula of the eyeshadows, but I wasn't sure which size I wanted to go for. So they had a 9 pan palette, they had a 16 pan palette, and they had this one which is the 42. I've never had a 42 pan palette from Beauty Bay before, I've only ever had the 9s, and I love the 9 pan palettes. They're a really condensed, curated collection of shadows. I feel like you get the best of the best from the ones that I have in the 9 pan versions. However, I felt like the 9 pan version of this Neutrals palette just felt very limited. I felt like the colours that I love in the 42 pan weren't in the smaller versions, and obviously there's only so much room. They had to choose whatever they thought, but I knew that the colours that I wanted from that palette I would only get from getting the big boy. So I picked up the 42 pan. This was £24, I do believe. I also picked up some new eyeshadow brushes because honestly all of mine are so stained. I needed to get some new ones, so I picked this selection up and they came in this really fantastic like roll, so I can keep them all safe in here. I'm probably going to decant them into a tub, but this is really handy for like when you're traveling and things, and I feel like this is a really great selection of like everything that you would need. You've got really tiny little detail brushes, big fluffy brushes for just getting a colour all over your lid, a really great selection of your essentials basically. So I'm going to be using these today and I'm going to be creating a look with the new Neutrals palette. But first things first, I will show you the swatches. So this is all of the colours swatched, and I'm trying to like get it to catch the light so that you can see how incredible all of these like shimmers are, because honestly the Beauty Bay shimmers are fantastic. So this section here is the top row, really great selection of mattes. This one is a shimmer, which obviously is like for my skin tone the perfect inner corner highlight. This is the second row, so that obviously goes into your deeper shades, slightly darker, and all of these are matte. And then this is the third row, and all of these are shimmers. I'm trying to like make it catch the light. I haven't done this in the best place, but you can kind of see it there. This shade here is a really interesting one. That is almost like a topper. I don't know how well you can see it, the lighting isn't very good today, but I wanted to get this video done. So that is like a very sheer sort of golden colour. I'm very interested in this shade here as well, which is like a pink with loads of different coloured reflects in it. Then this one here is the fourth row, and these ones are really like golden. If you just take this row by itself, you can absolutely create a look like row by row on this one. A fantastic selection of shimmers again, but this one is a matte. And again, some really beautiful undertones. You've got like a straight up like antique gold next to almost like a mauvey lilac. This one's like a duochrome as well. I'm very interested in this one. Then this is row number 5, and all of these are mattes. Specifically, this row was the one that I felt was missing from the smaller palettes. These like lilac-y, mauvey, purpley tones, I absolutely love them. I think these are the shades that I'm going to be using today. And then this is row number 6, and this has like straight up greys, all of your cool tones, and the most intense black that I think I've ever seen in an eyeshadow palette. And again, just look at the way that this one catches the light. Oh, they're so beautiful. So obviously I already have everything else on my face. I'm ready to dive straight on into these eyeshadows. So I think I'm going to go into more of these like purpley tones down at the bottom. I also definitely want to use this cocktail shade, that shimmer, because it's beautiful and I don't have anywhere to be today, so I can just play freely. So I'm going to go into the shade Mauve, tap off the excess, and just start working this through my crease. So I feel like in real life I can see that colour quite a lot, but on camera I can't see that at all. Like, that's made absolutely no difference at all. But never mind, I will just zoom you in so that you can actually see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to just go in with the same little brush into the shade next to that one called Iris, which again is a matte, and I'm just going to tap this onto the outer corner and also under the eye a little. So then I'm swapping over to a slightly denser, sort of shorter bristled brush, and I'm going to go into this shade here called Wine, which is definitely like considerably darker and warmer than the shades that I've already been using. Definitely tap off a lot of that, and I'm going to stamp this along the lash line on the outer corner to smoke that out a little bit. So I've almost like created a like purple smoky wing with that. I'm going to go back in with that first brush and just soften it out slightly. I don't want this to be too harsh, that line, so I'm just really lightly swiping over it just to make sure it's still that like hazy sort of smoky colour. So I'm happy with that. I would definitely just leave it at this for like an everyday look, but obviously I desperately need some of these shimmers on my eyeballs, so I'm going to go into that cocktail shade. This one just here. I'm going to just use my finger because that's how I find that these apply the best. So just swirling into there. Look at that shade, that's so pretty. So I'm just going to tap that over the lid, sort of keep my eyes looking down and tap that all the way across the lid. Oh, that colour's beautiful. Beautiful. And then just back in, not with any more colour on the brush, but just to make sure that top edge, that there aren't any lines there from my finger. So once I've got that shimmer on and blended out, I'm just going back in with that really small brush with that wine colour and just making sure that that intensity of that darker colour is still very visible on the outer corner. So as I blended that shimmer, I feel like I lost a little bit of that, so just adding that back in. And then I'm taking a clean, teeny tiny brush. This is called the Multitasking Master. Taking this one into that lightest shimmer shade called Ice. This one in the top corner. And I'm going to pop that in the inner corner and blend it into that shimmer on the lid. I'm going to take that teeny tiny little brush that we just did the inner corner highlight with, the Multitasking Master, and I'm going to dip into this peanut shade on the bottom row, which is a shimmer and it is very dark, but I feel like I just want something a little bit different on the outer corner. I'm just going to tap that on. Oh, that shade is so pretty. I'm just going to keep that quite tight on the lid. Yes, I feel like that peanut shade has just helped that to not look too pink. Like, it's just sort of grounded that outer corner a little bit, made it obviously more smoky and darker, but I feel like those colours together look beautiful. I like it. So I'm going to go off camera, add mascara, add lashes, and then we'll be back. So there we go, that is the finished look. Like I say, I will leave everything that I am wearing in the description box down below, but I absolutely love this finished look. This like purpley, cool toned, smoky eye. Oh, I love it. These colours are so perfect if you have blue eyes. They're so perfect if you have like green eyes. It's just beautiful. And I feel like anybody of any skin tone, any eye colour, etc, etc, could wear all of the tones that are in this palette. It's just beautiful. Honestly, the Beauty Bay shadows are fantastic. I haven't had a palette that I haven't completely fallen head over heels for, and this one is no exception. Firm favourite, so autumnal, so perfect coming into like the festive season and party season. This is definitely the sort of look that I would wear for a Christmas party. Yes, I've said the C word. Well, I'm filming this on the 1st of November and I'm ready to put my Christmas tree up. That's the kind of person I am. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you have picked this up, what you think of it. Also let me know, is there any other, like, would you like to see me do more of like a brown look with this palette, or more of like the neutrally tones? Would you like to see me play with this some more on my channel? I'm obviously going to be using it some more, but if there's any like colours in particular that you want to see me use, or any looks that you want to see me do with this palette, then please do let me know, because I'm so happy that I have this in my collection now. And the eyeshadow brushes were also fantastic, really nice and soft, blended everything out really nicely. Obviously only time will tell if they are like good quality and stuff, if they wash well. So far so good. I think that they are fantastic brushes. I think that obviously the quality of the eyeshadows is fantastic for the price. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more swatching videos of Beauty Bay palettes, I do have a whole playlist just for Beauty Bay palettes. So if you want to see that, I will link that playlist up here. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye!